So today I wanted to talk about something that's completely unrelated to IT, but I'm just as passionate about, and that's Regional Queensland. Now, if you know me or you know Queensland Computers, you'll know that our focus is Regional Queensland, and we push really hard to try to make sure that not only are we employing and operating in the regions, but we're trying to win that business. Now, on this topic, we've been very successful lately winning that local business from tenders, both state and federal, and also local government. We've been getting a lot of support from local government, and we're fortunate to get that business. And when I say fortunate, I genuinely mean fortunate rather than lucky, because I'm not a believer in luck. But it's not just fortunate, and it's not just the hard work we put in to win this business. The fact is that a lot of these organizations are trying to push business into the regional providers, into their local providers. Now, where we operate, which is predominantly Bundaberg and Fraser Coast, both of the councils there are working really hard to do this. From a state government perspective, we're seeing a lot of tenders written with allowances for people who are regional. And I can only imagine this is probably happening across the rest of Australia, by the way. I don't believe this is probably just Queensland. I imagine it's actually probably across the whole world. I assume that regional players always feel that they're a little bit disadvantaged, and I guess the point is we've always felt that way, and it's really not the case at the moment. When we are trying to win this business and working hard we are winning it. So I guess the point I wanted to make today is that I think that a lot of these larger organizations really are trying to shop locally and really are trying to push that business out to the region. But I know a lot of people that don't bid at it because they're worried that it's a waste of time, or that they're not going to win it, or that it's too hard. And I guess the thing is that those organizations can put the effort in and they can really try to push that business out. But if we're not bidding at it at a regional level, then when they're going to award that business to the cities, they're going to send it out to Metro, the money's going to go out of town. So it's all good and well for us to complain that they're not doing it, but when they do it, it's important that we tender and we bid at that business, and we try to also deliver a great product locally to reinforce the message that, hey, you really do need to support local. So for me, the message is really that we've been trying, we've been playing in this space, we've been doing very well in this space. And what we found is that often the feedback we're getting on the local level is, oh, we don't get a chance, we don't get seen, we don't get looked at. And then the feedback we're getting when we're dealing with these large organizations is, oh, well, we're not getting quality tenders from regional businesses, or the local guys aren't coming to us with a solution. And I think there's a bit of a gap there, and I think the gap can be filled by making sure that if you are a local business doing great things, if you are regional, that you are bidding, you're putting yourself out there, you're trying to attract that business. And if you're not, I suppose you can't complain, but if you're not and you're capable, have a look. If you don't know how to write tenders, if you struggle in that, there are local people to help you. There's local organizations. And I just think we really need to try harder here, because the best thing we can do by those larger organizations coming to market and trying to buy locally is to reinforce them by showing, yes, we are bidding, yes, we can win it, and yes, we can deliver. And that's only going to reinforce the fact, and that means that the money's staying in town, it's getting respent in town. Even if it's a competitor winning that business locally, we're glad to see it happen, because we know that money's staying in town, it's not getting shipped out of town. So anything we can do to try to bring that business home and win it locally is important. And if you are regionally and you're not doing that and you want to, it's worth having a good look at, and please reach out for a chat if you feel that's something that you can gain value from. Thanks.